What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is your boy Yarn Craig, and today I'm looking at WNBA basketball, in particular the WNBA All-Star game that is going down tomorrow, guys, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ABC. So please make sure you go ahead and tune into that, and also make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you want more WNBA news and videos. So WNBA All-Star game is going down. I'm excited about it. I'm sure you're excited about it. And I wanted to take a look at these rosters and see if I could just go ahead and predict who I think is going to come out on top. So I love doing these type of things. I always love doing the compare and contrast, especially when it comes to sports and players and all of that. So in case you have not looked at the rosters, I've done two videos, one on the All-Star starters and one on the All-Star reserves, and I kind of gave my opinions on both. But I will go over this list really quick just so you know who is starting and who's coming off the bench for both teams. So we had team captain A'ja Wilson pick her roster, and they made some trades. And after the dust is settled, A'ja Wilson's roster looks like this. It's herself, A'ja Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Candace Parker, Sylvia Fowles, Sabrina Ionescu in the starting lineup. Off the bench, Ariel Atkins, Dearica Hamby, Natasha Howard, Ryan Howard, Brianna Jones, and Courtney Vandersloot. And for Team Brianna Stewart, it's of course Brianna Stewart, Jackie Young, Nneka Ogwumike, Jonquel Jones, Sue Bird as your starters. And off the bench, you got Kalia Copper, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Jewel Lloyd, Emma Messerman, Arike Ogunbowale, and Alyssa Thomas. Both of those teams are star-studded and loaded. You know, I can't really hate on the makeup of either roster. I think both teams definitely have certain strengths that work in their favor. So when I look at these rosters, there's two big things that stand out to me. I mean, like number one, when I look at Team Wilson, I see a team that's a little bit, I feel like I'm looking at a team that's a little bit more well-rounded. Um, and when I look at Team Stewart, I feel like I see a lot more explosiveness. So let's just compare the front courts first. I'm just gonna look at the front courts for Team Wilson and Team Stewart. So the front courts, you got A'ja Wilson, Sylvia Fowles, Candace Parker, Brianna Jones, Natasha Howard, Dearica Hamby versus Jonquel Jones, Brianna Stewart, Nneka Ogwumike, Emma Messerman, and Alyssa Thomas. I give the slight edge to Team Wilson just because I like the versatility that they have, where they have A'ja Wilson, who's a two-way MVP candidate big. Sylvia Fowles is the old school traditional big who I think is just going to do work on the boards and the little things on defense that nobody wants to do, crashing the boards, putting the ball back in. Candace Parker, ultimate Swiss Army knife, can play inside, outside, and I think that's going to be a big advantage in a game like this, having that sort of big that can do that. Brianna Jones, ultimate post player. Natasha Howard, two-way big that can put the ball on the floor. And then Dearica Hamby, she's just that ultimate glue player. She just knows where to be at the right place at the right time on offense and defense. And I think those details for them are going to go such a long way, where I think you could debate Team Stewart has a couple more dynamic players in their front court with Jonquel Jones and Brianna Stewart and Nneka Ogwumike. But I just feel like the balance that they're going to get from the different skill sets that all of their bigs have is just going to contribute to, it's just going to make for a greater contribution than what Team Stewart can put forth. Again, that's just my opinion when I look at it, because I mean, a front court with Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, and Nneka Ogwumike ain't nothing to really sneeze at. But I look at Candace Parker being able to put that ball on the floor as a big like that as being a difference maker. But then they got Alyssa Thomas coming off the bench, and that's, you already know she's a dog. She gets after it. So I don't know. That is still close, but I'm giving a slight edge to Team Wilson. And I just think that's just from a skill aspect. I think that combination is going to matter. And then for the backcourt, I look at, now the backcourt is a different story. When I look at the backcourt for both teams, like for Team Wilson, you got Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, Ryan Howard, Courtney Vandersloot, Ariel Atkins. For Team Stewart, Sue Bird, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Kalia Copper, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and Arike Ogunbowale. So I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't really think I really got the advantage going to Team Stewart when it comes to backcourt. Their athleticism definitely blows Team Wilson's athleticism out the water. Like, they got some flat out athletes in their backcourt. And then on top of that, the scoring explosiveness of their backcourt players. I mean, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd can get off. Kalia Copper, don't let her get downhill. Like, she's going off. Skylar Diggins Smith, Enrique Agumbwale. Like, come on. Come on. My God. Like, that's a lot of explosive firepower. And I ultimately think that overcomes, I think that they're going to give Team Wilson everything they can handle. The backcourt, they're going to give them all they can handle. Because while I do like Vandersloot as like the ultimate, I feel like she's the ultimate point guard. I like Sabrina Ionescu. I like Kelsey Plum. I like Ariel Atkins. I like Ryan Howard. I like what all of them can contribute, and I feel like they have a lot more players that are going to kind of fit into. They can fit into certain spots a little bit better than I think some of these other players will on Team Stewart. But in the All-Star game where things might go up and downhill, Team Stewart probably has the advantage. This is like their level of explosion is just going to be. I think that's good. That's going to be something special to watch. And and just keep in mind, I mean, I know I'm comparing these two teams on paper like this, but the All-Star game, again, I mean, we're celebrating the league, the elite players that are in the WNBA. Nobody's probably going to be breaking their neck out there trying to play in this game. But elite players, I'm expecting some competitive juices to really start flowing at some point. With that being said, I went ahead and just took the liberty of adding up all the points per game averages of the players of Team Wilson and Team Stewart. And this is what I came up with. With Team Wilson, we got 165.9 points. And for Team Stewart, we got 173.8 points per game when we added up all the points per game averages. And the reason why I did that is because, hey, let's keep it a buck. And these All-Star games, it's not that much defense being played. So it's offense, 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 everything. And so Team Stewart, unsurprisingly to me, because I just looked at their team overall is just more explosive offensively with scores, which you would think would give them the advantage for a game like this. But I got the slight advantage actually going to Team Wilson to win this game. My heart is telling me Team Wilson, but my mind is telling me Team Stewart. And so I'm going to go heart over mind today, and I'm going with Team Wilson because I think their team just has more balance. And I think that they do still, even though they don't have as much explosive scoring, they have enough explosive scorers to where they can hang tight. And ultimately, I think their overall, I feel like being able to slot certain players in certain places is going to help their team a lot more, especially in overcoming Team Stewart in this All-Star game. But that's my video, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think Team Wilson has the better squad or Team Stewart has the better squad? Who should walk away with the win? All things considered in this, friendly competitive exhibition game that we got going on tomorrow. Anyway, go ahead, drop your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.